Hello! Just to round off day 9, I'm going to go through the Fetid Mausoleum. I have changed the build a little bit. I've actually now started to upgrade stuff because I've reached the item power level to basically make it so that I really should start upgrading. This is a 603. It's got Lucky Hit, a bit of crit damage, Earth skills deal more damage if you do crits. It's pretty good. Life regen outside of combat, which is really nice. Lucky Hit, poison damage. I am doing poison. And a little bit of crit on top. Skills deal up to 10%, additional damage. Well, it's increased damage. But all the skills benefit from that, every single one. I don't use a core ability, so I should always have this on. I am looking for the 20% with that. I still haven't found a single aspect to help the build with the wolves. Just the way. Well, I found one, but I can't use it. The companions can use the bestial. What's it called? Press all the wrong buttons. Companions can now use this, the bestial rampage. I don't need this selected. That means it will affect me. I don't need it to affect me. So I do have that aspect, but I can't use it yet. I haven't found a piece of gear that I really should put that on. Yeah, so I can make the dogs a little bit more powerful. Though I think I will keep that for when I, could turn them into werewolves. Because at the moment, the typical wolves, the stock standard wolves, they're pretty shit. Their attack speed and everything else, their damage is horrendously low. And just giving them a little bit of increase is not really going to do much. The increase to crit strike and lucky hit has made it so that I do actually get my cooldown triggers way more now. Like, wow. I mean, like, I am getting full resets a lot now. So I can actually do a little bit more spamming. But either way. I quite like this dungeon. It's got nice density to it. This monster's got increased health, so obviously that means it's a god. There you go, the spams. One of the great things about it as well, and I think that this does complement a companion build, is the ability to get sustained crits. So Lucky Hit, damaging enemies with any kind of earth skill. I am spamming Earth Spike, as well as this does the damage when it explodes. It causes your attacks to be guaranteed crits for 5 seconds, and if those crits then get the Lucky Hit, which obviously is how this works, Lucky Hit critical strikes have up to 20% chance. So as long as I can keep cycling that, I do actually get the usage out of that, which is really nice. So I am now starting to see the damage come out. It is actually getting to that point. But obviously now I just need better gear, better sustain and stuff like that. Better defenses. It's not like amazing. I'm still fixing it, obviously. But whatever. I actually had one of those minions teleport 3 rooms away from me the once. Like it went into a different fucking postcode. I don't know where the hell it went. It was like, it went through like so many walls to get away from me. I was like, what the fuck? And then I found it like 3 rooms away and I was like, what? I shouldn't be allowed to teleport through walls. That's ridiculous. Like, teleport away from me, fine, but through walls? What the fuck? Like, you could clearly tell that my damage is slowly getting better. You could clearly tell. If you was to compare this to one of the previous videos with pure companions, Yeah, you can see my clear speed is a hell of a lot better. My overall damage is a hell of a lot better. It's getting there. It's going to take a while, but it's getting there. I'll notice a huge difference the moment I clear the T3 level 50 dungeon. I'm not going to risk trying to do that with this character yet. Because I need better defenses. Because don't forget, if my damage isn't that great, I need better sustain. I need to be able to look after myself in higher tier dungeons. And also, I need the survival factor for T3. So I need to fix that before I can really do it. I didn't mean to click that, but fine. It gave me fuck all anyway. That skill is not ready yet. Is it not? Is there a way to remove that message? Does anybody know? When it comes up saying that skill is not yet, whatever the fuck. Because it's so annoying that it's like constantly flashing on screen. What the fuck? Like, I don't need the game to be telling me that the skill is not ready. I know when a skill's ready. I can see when it's ready. Like, what the fuck? It's like the game's constantly having to go at me because I'm spamming buttons. Stop pressing more than one button at a time. And it's just like... The density in this map feels pretty good. And they're relatively easy enemies to kill. I've noticed as well these corpse piles, they can sometimes bug out, and I don't know why. I've done this dungeon about 5 times now, and they've bugged out almost every time. And obviously now that I've said that, they're not going to bug out. It basically means all the enemies just stand still. They don't move, they don't attack, they don't do anything. It's kind of weird. There we go. Bug pile. So the enemies will come in. The initial wave will start to attack. And then they're gone. They no longer attack. They're just standing there, look. Like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. I don't know why they're not attacking. The elite will, but the actual enemies themselves won't. Nope, he's given up. He's not moving. I don't know why it's bugging. Like, clearly that's not intended. Like, they're just not doing anything. I don't know why. Makes clearing easier, I guess. You would think that a Blizzard product would be better coded. They've got like 25 plus years of coding under their belt. You'd think that they would know how things work by now. Did I just hear someone outside shout? Probably. 45. Incense crafting. Incense crafting. Incest crafting. You can craft your own family member. Then fuck it. I apologise for that. Sorry. British brain for you making stupid shit jokes. I apologize, I'm sorry. Yeah, the monsters just give up. They're not attacking, and I don't know why. It's like they don't know I'm here. It's like their pathing is completely broken or something. I'll just adjust my headset so I can actually hear what's going on outside. I think I'm hearing something, right? Don't know. Destroys the corpse pile. But you can clearly tell my damage has gone way up. Like, way up. So yeah. Build's coming along. The fuck are you doing? Oh, did you get stunned? Ow. Ow. It only seems to be the corpse power runes. Regular monsters seem to be unaffected. Yes, come to me. I wish that, like, I had more companions. Just only having 2 dogs is, and the occasional raven, is a little bit sort of downheartening. I would have loved to have more active companions. Can you stop exploding? Oh my god. Oh my god. I love the fact that none of them were moving, and yet I was still being thrown around the room like I was a fucking ragdoll. The Blood Bishop. Wow, my dog soaked up a lot of that then. And yet it didn't matter. I don't know if actually killing these does anything. I feel sorry for my mouse. I'm clicking a lot. I'm double clicking to keep my shield up. It's only my mouse that's taking the hammering. My keyboard is a lot less hammered, which is nice. Whereas like the Fury build is like just slamming face into keyboard. Stunned him twice. This is why I'm actually enjoying playing with Earthspike, because I just get those free stuns. And it makes a huge difference because of the cooldowns as well. Like, they get stunned for like 2 or 3 seconds. Allows my cooldowns to just fucking, you know, have a bit of a break. Yeah, I mean, you can clearly tell. I've only gone up, what? Since I started to invest time into this, I've only gone up, what, 15 levels? When I first started to show the build off, and within that 15 levels, my clear speed has drastically gone up. We'll see. Is that max now? Yep. Yep and yep. That's also max. We've gone with the unrestrained for obvious reasons. It's triple. If I've got Fortify, I'm basically always with Fortify. So that triple crowd control impairing thing reduction is very nice to have. I don't know what else I should be getting for the build, if I'm going to be brutally honest. There's not really anything I can get up here. It's maxed. We've got these. We've gone with the Fortify because I'm spamming it. Obviously, it's pretty good. I was thinking about getting the Earth Spike. It looks like a sort of... It comes out in a sort of line and attacks all enemies. I think that'll be better because that'll increase the damage of Earth Spike. It'll go from being a single target damage to being an AoE. And I think if I drop the Fortify and go for the extra attack, that'll be really cool because then I can get multiple hits off. But I don't think I can change anything else up here at all. The core skills, can't do anything with them. I don't shapeshift, completely useless. I'm not casting anything with spirit, completely useless, completely useless. Down here we've maxed out. We've got the extra damage. We've gone damage because we don't need the Fortify because we're just generating it through other means. So I'm going to have to adjust this. When I start getting damage through my skills, I will no longer need damage from this. I can then swap that back to Fortify. Yeah, it's giving me, whenever I activate this, it's giving me 15% damage reduction. It's just a no-brainer. Down here, we've got all the skills, all the necessary stuff. We don't need the poison. The extra crit is just too good to pass up. The ravens, we've gone with extra ravens because the ravens are applying the 5% crit. So if I'm in a room with several enemies, they're going to be, you know, putting this 5% on multiple enemies, allowing me to get, you know, that better clear. The vulnerable, I don't need vulnerable because I've got it down here, vulnerable for 3 seconds. Hurricane has 15% chance. 15. That's its base. That's a lucky hit chance. It is 23 by default. My lucky hit is currently 8.1. This I don't understand. This is 4.1% lucky hit chance. 4.1% lucky hit chance. That should be 8.2. I don't know why it's 8.1. It's kind of weird. But either way. 8% on top of the base, which is 23, so it's actually 31% lucky hit chance. A high percent to basically give vulnerability to everything. I need to start stacking cooldown reduction. I need cooldown reduction on every piece of gear. I need to get this down to less than 15 seconds. That extra reduction of 5 seconds is going to be huge. Obviously, the slow effect as well of this is really nice. Because if I'm constantly applying slow to the enemies, if I just get things that say like do damage, increased damage to enemies that are slowed or, you know, crowd controlled, then that's just extra free damage sitting right there. I don't need any more levels in Hurricane, though it would be nice, I guess, because it stacks that damage. There is also the Hurricane does increase damage, but I haven't got that attached to anything yet, I don't think. Yeah, I don't. I don't need it for the damage, but I should actually increase its damage because of one factor. It can crit. I didn't know this. I thought it was a damage over time move, but it's, you know, it's a critable move. I only found out about this the other day, and I did a little bit of testing, and it does indeed. You know when it's critting because yellow numbers come up. So yeah, Hurricane does indeed crit. This changes a lot of things. Like a lot of things. Because the Hurricane can now trigger Pack Leader. And because it's at 31% currently on the lucky hit chance. And if I can do critical strikes constantly, which is what I do with Earth Spike, it triggers that because of the effect down here, Earth and Might. This is only 5% on the lucky hit, plus the 8. So it's only like 13%, it's not that great. 13% chance, but it goes up by 10% for for critical strikes. So if I'm getting a critical strike, its base lucky hit is 15% plus the 8%. So it does, you know, stack up. Plus it's another 10% if the target is stunned, immobilized, or knocked back. They're going to always be immobilized Yeah, the stunned, this actually applies a stun. Knocked back, I'm not doing knockback, but at the same time, that's 25% by default if I'm critting, which then will trigger Hurricane to also cause the 5 seconds that it's active, and this is active for 8 seconds. So all of those hits have a lucky hit chance roll, and every single one of those hits is 31%. It's per hit, and I only found out about that the other day, where the lucky hit is triggering or potentially triggering off every single hit of Hurricane. What does that mean? It means that the Spirit Boon, the lucky hit chance, critical strikes, it has to be a crit. It will then, so what it does is that it does the crit, and then it does a roll for lucky hit on that crit. So it doesn't actually do lucky hit unless it's a crit, which means I have to spam criticals as much as possible to be able to get the pack leader to trigger. And as you saw, I was getting a lot of cooldowns resetting. So I'm still going to need cooldown reduction, a lot of it, but mainly just for Hurricane. But at the same time, the Hurricane can just constantly free trigger the resets, which is insane. Which means that me going Earth Spike spam is actually very, very good. It also means that I have a reason to stack attack speed. For obvious reasons, I should be going as much attack speed as possible. You can only go up to 200%. So you can only ever get 2 attacks per second. I'm not sure where I read that, but literally the maximum amount of attack speed that you can get is 200%, meaning double. So I can only ever attack with Earth Spike twice per second. I'm currently at plus 30 here. I know that you can get it on other things as well. I forgot what it is. I don't think I have anything that does it now, but you can get it on something else where it triggers the attack speed to go off or something. I can't remember. But still, I have the ability now to get attack speed. You can also get attack speed on gloves. So I'm currently getting 36% increase. So that means I've only got like 64% left to get. Well, so when you actually think about it, that is pretty cool. I know how much attack speed I can try to get out of my equipment and the aspects. And if I try to go more than that, it's pointless. It's useless. I'm gonna have to find where I read that. I can't remember where. Maybe it's actually on the attack speed thing itself. Let's have a look. Weapon speed. Bonus speed. No, it's not on here. Oh, that's another thing I was thinking with this build as well. Thorns. So the base damage of Thorns is affected by skill damage increase from willpower. So I have a reason to stack willpower. I have a reason to stack willpower and intelligence anyway, because a lot of the Glyths that are good for Druid, they need willpower and intelligence. I'm going to be stacking willpower anyway because of that skill damage. I need that on my minions. I don't need overpower. The healing recede is nice. The intelligence, I don't need either of these. But I do need intelligence for the Glyths. I'm going to have to try to stack strength for the armor, willpower, and dexterity as much as I can get for that crit. But apart from that, that's the build. You've seen it active now. I've explained it a little bit more. Have faith that this is going to actually be pretty good. At the moment, it's still mediocre, but it's getting better. Within 15 levels, it went from to actually not that bad. Yeah. Single target's still an issue. As you saw, I'm not doing a huge amount of damage to single target, but clearing is pretty good. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. I will probably be doing the Nature's Fury tomorrow. I do still want to get to level 70 to unlock World Tier 4. I might actually just attempt it tomorrow with whatever level I am. I think I'm like 65 or something. I don't know. But we'll see. I'll leave that for tomorrow. I'll decide then. But for now, fucking enjoying this. I love this. No knockbacks. No knockbacks. Feels good. Thank you for watching. Take care. See you tomorrow.